Well, hello there, time travelers, and welcome new time travelers. As always, if you're new to this channel and enjoy learning about history, one event at a time, then don't forget to hit that like button, comment, and subscribe. Because not only do we visit the U.S. with our historical events, we also take a trip around the world. Just one event at a time. Today, we're going to start out in 1243 when Sinibaldo Cardinal Fascini was elected pope, taking the name Innocent the Fourth. 1447 is when Casimir IV, the Grand Duke of Lithuania, was crowned King of Poland. 1530 is when Augsburg Conference, 28 articles that constitute the basic confession of Lutheran churches, was presented at the Diet of Augsburg to Emperor Charles V. 1870 is when Robert Erskine Childers, a writer, Sinn Féin deputy, member of the Irish Republican Army, and Irish nationalist agitator, was born in London. 6 years later, in 1876, is when George Armstrong Custer made his last stand with the 7th Cavalry at the Battle of Little Bighorn. That actually makes me think of Night in the Museum. Anyway, off topic. 1910 is when the Firebird by Igor Stravinsky and Michael Falcone premiered at Paris Opera. 1943 is when Smith Colony, the Anti-Strike Act, was enacted by the U.S. Congress, giving the president power to seize and operate privately owned war plants when a strike or threat of a strike interfered with war production. We're moving on to a classic. 1947 is when Anne Frank's The Diary of a Young Girl was first published, appearing in the Netherlands under the title, I'm sorry if I mispronounced this, Het Arthurus, translated to English as The Secret Annex. It became a classic of war literature. Now, I've actually read a little bit of Anne Frank's diary. If you haven't read it, I would highly, highly recommend it. 3 years later, on this day in 1950, North Korea unleashed an attack southward across the 38th parallel, after which the UN Secretary Council, minus the Soviet delegate, passed a resolution called the UN members to assist South Korea. 11 years later, in 1961, British comedian and actor Ricky Gervais, whose credits notably include the television series The Office from 2001 to 2003, was born. 1978 is when the first version of the rainbow flag, which represented the LGBTQ pride was flown during the San Francisco Gay Freedom Day Parade. In 1989, in late June, a gas explosion in the coal mine in Sanxi Province, China, claimed the lives of 22 persons. For some reason, I remember one happening in Chile. Anyway, 1993, Canadian politician Kim Campbell was sworn in as the country's prime minister, becoming the first woman to hold the post. She served for less than 5 months. 6 years after the turn of the century, in 2006, Julien Guerreau of France wins the British Amateur Champion in golf. 2009 brought us 2 events. The first one is one American actress, Farrah Fawcett, whose first gained fame for an iconic pinup poster and later became a superstar with the hit television series Charles Angels, died of cancer at the age of 62. And finally, our second one is American singer and dancer Michael Jackson, who was renowned worldwide as the King of Pop, died at the age of 50 from a lethal combination of sedatives and propofol and an anesthetic. And with that, we return to 2024 and our current history. I'll see you all in the next one.